Hello everyone, I'm Talis and welcome to a brand new Road to Platinum here on the channel. In this new Road to Platinum episode, I will show you how to achieve the Platinum trophy of the latest Bioware RPG, Dragonage The Veilguard. As always, I've made this video as much spoiler free as possible, but for this specific Platinum guide, there will be more spoilers than usual, especially for the last chapters of the game, since to get the Platinum you will have to achieve the best ending, and to get it you will have to make specific choices. If you enjoy the content, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and be sure to check out the other episodes that I've done. Now let's get ready for this adventure and to get a new fine addition to your Platinum collection. I'll start by saying that the required time to get the Platinum for this game is of approximately 60-70 hours, and the overall Platinum difficulty is of a 2 to 5 stars. On a scale in which 5 stars means that the Platinum is very difficult to get, and 1 star is very easy and straightforward. So in this case, the Platinum trophy can be achieved pretty easily, since you can play the game on any difficulty you want, but you will have to be careful about doing all of these side quests available that you can until the point of no return of the story in chapter 11, and I advise you to do them while playing the main quest to level up constantly, and you will have to pay attention to some of the choices that you make, and be extremely thorough for the many mementos, which are a collectible of the game that you will have to get for a trophy, though I'll talk about them later on in the video. First, create your rook as you prefer, even though I advise you to have your character assigned to the Antivan Crows, for a choice in chapter 6 that will make your Platinum run a bit easier. With the first cutscene of the story, you will start choosing the temper of your rook, but don't worry, since many of the choices won't affect your Platinum run, so feel free to play as you like. Right from the start, I suggest you to always explore the side paths to find the resources, treasures that will be highlighted on your minimap to acquire new equipment, and most importantly, mementos, which are highlighted with this green light when you're near one, and can give 50, 100, 200 or even 300 caretaker points based on their rarity, and these points are useful to level up the caretaker shop, which you're going to unlock later on. Some of them can even be bought by various faction merchants that you will unlock during the completion of the main quest. You will have to get at least 140 of the 182 mementos of the game, but don't worry, since if you check every corner before going on with the main path, you'll be fine, since they can be found without the need of a guide, thanks to the mostly linear nature of the levels of the game. In the initial hours of the story, you can already earn some of the trophies related to the combat actions, like Falling for You, for defeating an enemy by knocking them off a ledge, which is very easy to do, especially with the heavy charged attack, which you can do by keeping pressed the triangle button, practically unmissable during your run, and Between a Rook and a Hard Place, for defeating 5 enemies with a takedown, which you'll be able to do by filling the stagger bar above the health of the enemies, which will make them staggered and ready to be taken down with the R3 button. After finishing the first chapter of the game, you'll be in the lighthouse, the main hub of the game, in which you can personalize your rook and talk to your companions. Here you can earn immediately the A New Look trophy for changing the look of an item for the first time by using the wardrobe here. For now, just focus on advancing with the main story and getting to know your new companions until you reach the Into the Crossroads quest. And while you explore the crossroads, you can visit this location, and get the labs below side quest. By completing it, you will obtain the most important side quest of the game, the Regrets of the Dreadwolf, in which you will have to complete 4 missions, other than the one that you just did, to acquire the 5 wolf statuettes needed to progress in the quest. To unlock the other missions, you will have to defeat special enemies that you will find by exploring the game's locations. Once defeated, they will give you an essence that will make you unlock the blocked areas of the crossroads to do the other missions and get the rest of the wolf statuettes. In the meantime, you will eventually find the first Fen'Harel and Evanuris altars. The Fen'Harel altars will give you a skill point by following the direction the altar hints when you activate it. And when you see a ghost wolf, just collect what it drops to give you the skill point. While the Evanuris altars will consist in breaking some puzzle pieces that can be found by following the beams of light that you will see upon activating the altar. You will have to find all 29 of them to get in the final stages of the game the No Real Gods trophy. After this, just go on with the main story, and by reaching the Sea of Blood quest to acquire a brand new companion for your team, you will get the Rune for Improvement trophy by acquiring a rune in this room, after fighting some enemies and equipping the rune in the character menu. While exploring, you might have noticed that you have acquired some valuables. These are useful to increase the strength of the factions by selling them to the merchant of the faction. Every faction has their own shop, and while going on with the main story, you will unlock all 6 faction shops. But I think that I suggest you doing from the start is to keep all the valuables and sell them only to the Antivan Crows, because it will be very useful for the choice that you will have to make in Chapter 6. In the shops, other than buying equipment or decorations, you can buy some faction-specific mementos, so keep that in mind, other than finding the ones scattered around the various places you're going to explore. Especially because the mementos for reaching the rank 4 shop will grant you 200 caretaker points, very useful to reach the max level of the caretaker shop. By leveling up for the first time a faction shop, you will get the A Faction's Favor trophy. A quick good to know is to buy every equipment you like that you find in the faction shop, if you don't find them in treasure chests, to increase their rarity, to unlock new traits for them, and for a trophy that you're going to earn towards the final part of the game. Once you can access the caretaker shop, that will be available in the third chapter of the main story, you can increase the rank of this shop to improve furthermore the level of the equipment that you have. The caretaker shop will reward you with 2 trophies for returning 20 and 80 mementos. But if you notice that you have more than 20 or 80 mementos and haven't earned the trophy yet, don't worry, since the trophy will unlock when you rank up the caretaker shop. While advancing in Chapter 4 and 5, simply complete every side quest, and in the meantime, explore every location that you can for now, from mementos, treasures and altars, and sell every valuables to the Antivan Crows shop, which I suggest you to reach at least 1000 points with them, as right now we arrive at the first important choice in your playthrough. Go on as always until you reach the end of a Warden's Best Friend quest, as here you will have to make a tough decision. Decide to help Treviso or Mirrafus against the Blighted Dragons. Before one of the latest patch, this choice was super important to not void you from obtaining a trophy, since the merchant of the faction that you decide not to help will disappear. With that, you wouldn't have had a chance to increase their reputation by selling valuables, potentially avoiding you from getting the best ending trophy. But now, after the chapter 6 in the crossroads, a merchant will appear, and with that you can still sell valuables to increase the strength of the faction that you didn't help. Anyway, I suggest you to choose to help Mirafes instead of Treviso, since earning a reputation with the Shadow Dragons only with missions seems a little harder, since they have less quests. So this choice is not mandatory as it was, but I still suggest you to stick with this decision. From now on, my advice regarding the faction merchants will be to keep the valuables and acquire as many as you can. If you explore and do side content, it won't be a problem. And save them to then sell them to the faction that you think needs to be ranked up the most, before the point of no return of the main story, which will be at the end of chapter 11. After the events of chapter 6, Lucanis, the companion related to the Antivan cause, will leave the team temporarily and will become hardened, but don't worry, since you can still do all of his side quests later on. In the lighthouse, in the meantime, you can solve a puzzle to earn an easy trophy. If you have explored the main hub earlier, you might have noticed some statues that you can move. These have to be put in a specific position to unlock the music room in the lighthouse. Here's how you have to place them. After this, you just have to take the two wisps that spawn, one here and one in the music room, and place them on this door. Then pass through this portal and interact with this blue object on your left. Lastly, jump down from the balcony and the Nostalgia Trip trophy will be yours. Go on by completing side quests and main quests as always, until you reach the Shades of the Blight main quest, in which someone from the past will give you the last wolf statuette that you needed to progress in the Regrets of the Dreadwolf side quest, if you have obtained the other 5 in the meantime. Now you'll be able to use those statuettes to obtain 6 trophies, each one for reliving a memory of solace with the statuette. After watching, you'll be able to meet Morrigan in the crossroads, and this will be the last and fundamental part of this side quest, since here you will have to obtain Mifal's favor. To do that, you must reach her and do the exact dialogue choices that I give you. I want your help. We must stop the blight. You stood against it. We must stop the gods. They wronged you. We are worthy. Building a safe place. With these choices, you will get the peaceful outcome, which is the only way to get the Clear Mind, Open Hearts trophy. Now you can simply move on as always by doing most of the side content that you can, and in the meantime you will eventually earn from the caretaker shop a very quick side quest called the Black Emporium. Simply reaching the location of this quest will award you with the Most Esteemed Purveyor trophy. And another important thing is that the Black Emporium can be used to buy some more mementos, so take advantage of that. Another side quest trophy that you can earn is the Unbound, for finishing the pinnacle of its kind mission and defeating the Formless One dragon, which needs to be defeated for another trophy that you're going to earn later on. And an important note is that at the end of this boss fight you can find right here a memento that grants you 300 caretaker points, so make sure to grab it. In the same arena you can find the first of the 3 mysterious circles needed to achieve the secret ending, which will grant you a trophy, so grab it while you're here. In the meantime, you will probably have unlocked the Hosberg Wetlands location via story progression, and such as the other location, focus on completing all the side quests available, especially the Cabin in the Blight mission, which is the first of a series of 3 quests that will grant you a trophy toward the end of the game. At this point of the game, if you have found some Fen'Harel altars, along with leveling up your character by completing missions, you should earn the Stacking the Deck trophy for assigning 52 skill points to Rook. Unfortunately, you cannot reassign them to earn it earlier, since only new points assigned count for the trophy. But don't worry, since this achievement will be pretty straightforward for your platinum run. Later on, you will eventually complete chapter 9 and 10, and with that you are ready for the final stage of this road to platinum. In chapter 11, you'll be able to complete many of the questlines related to factions and earn their maximum rank for the best ending, and companions, so you will have to focus on a lot of cleanup before going on with the main story. Now you'll be able to finish the Grey Warden missions, granting you the Light in the Dark trophy, and another side trophy, since with this quest you'll be able to harvest 3 flowers in the Hosberg Wetlands. One here at the end of the Something's Coming mission, and the other 2 in the following locations.
Now, where were we?
I heard a strange thing, Emmerich.
After getting all of the 3 flowers, bring them right here, and you will get the In Peace trophy. While earning the max strength of the factions, you will achieve the trophies for completing the questlines for the Veil Jumpers, the Mournwatch, the Lords of Fortune, the Shadow Dragons, and the Antivan Crows. And if you don't have their max rank yet, sell the valuables to increase it, and to unlock the level 4 shops to buy special mementos for the Caretaker shop. Meanwhile, you will face 3 other dragons during Tash's questline, and upon defeating all of them, you will earn the Bringing Down the Sky trophy for defeating high dragons all over Thedas. The Revenant dragon doesn't count for this trophy, but you will have to defeat it while completing the Heart of Corruption quest to get a memento that grants you 300 Caretaker points, and the second mysterious circle piece for the secret ending at this location. Speaking of that, there is only one piece left to be obtained, and the last one will be found here in Elephant Forest. And all you have to do is to align the lasers, like I'm going to show you, to form the bridge that will lead you to the last mysterious circle piece. Here's how to do it.
That.
Now that you have the final piece, you're guaranteed to get the Storm Quelled trophy in the final cutscene of the game, after the credits. In this phase you'll be awarded with the trophies for the completion of each companion's questline, but be careful though, that you won't earn the trophy when the companion gets the Hero of the Veilguard status, but sometimes by completing their conclusive quest or by talking to them after the last quest. Another trophy that you will achieve during this phase of the game will be the Across the Imperial Highway for visiting every district in northern Thedas, and by doing every quest you will get this without many issue. But if you don't get it, just check on every open map if there are any grey zones that you need to discover. If you have enough mementos, you can level up the Caretaker shop to rank 10, and by increasing to level 10 a legendary weapon, armor and item, you will get the Enchantment trophy. If you have explored the maps and got most of the treasures, you will have no problem in having many legendary items and the materials to bring them to the max level. Before going on with the main story, I suggest you to check if you have all of your companions at the Hero of the Veilguard status and all of the factions with the 3 stars to get the best ending. If so, you're free to go on until the point of no return, which is the When Plans Align mission. And here I advise you to make a backup save just to be sure if you need to get back if you mess something up. Next, in the Isle of the Gods quest in chapter 12, you will have to make some important decisions to achieve the best ending. But before saying to you what to do, I warn you that I'm going to have to make some spoilers about what happens with the choice that you make, to be sure that everything that you're doing is correct. So if you want to play the ending blind first, stop watching now and come back later. First, you will have to choose at the beginning of the mission Davrin to lead the distraction team, and in doing so he will die, but it's fine since you can't avoid it and you can still get the best ending trophy. Then, further on in the mission, choose Balara to take down the wards. She will be taken away, But don't worry, since she will leave just temporarily. And for the party that will accompany your rook, you're free to choose whoever you want. Then, in chapter 13, after interacting with the table to start the last Gambit quest, choose Tash to protect the Veil Jumpers, Lucanis to protect the Antivan Crows and face the mages, and Harding to fight the Construct. You will eventually escort Solace, and when you will arrive in this location, you must honor the fallen here. Moving on, you will start the final quest, the Dreadwolf Rises, and here you must assign Tash to defend the Divine Manor. Then, for Rook's party, choose whoever you want. And then, after defeating the final boss and talking to Solace, choose. You don't have to do this by using the Mythal's essence that you have obtained by completing the regrets of the Dreadwolf quest and resolving peacefully the dialogue with Mythal. And then choose You're Trapped in Regret. After discovering the fate of the Dreadwolf, you will see people emerging from the rubble, your rook and 6 companions alive, and the ones that last and the Dreadwolf Rises trophy will be yours. Lastly, after the credits, the secret ending cutscene will play, and
We come.
with this, a nice adventurous platinum run comes to an end. If you have watched the video till this point, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this road to platinum and got the trophy yourself. Remember to subscribe and leave a like to support the channel. And let me know with a comment down below if you want a specific game to be featured in the next Road to Platinum episode. This was Talis, and I will see you all to the next one.